Alright, greetings and salutations out there. Tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. As you can see, I got my lovely wife with me. Tonight we are going to do one of her favorite TV series of all times. She has quite a few, but tonight we're doing Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I wanted to do these, switch it up a little from, the DC and the Batman. So let's do some of these and see what kind of info we have. Alright, baby, who are we going to start with? You take your pick. Alright, we are going to start with who the show is named after. We have Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Of course, she was played by Sarah Michelle Gellar. Did a very good run. This series started in what, 1997?
March 10th.
March 10th of 97, and it ran through 03. It started out on UPN and ended up on the WB.
No, it was the WB and then ended up on the UPN.
Oh, okay. Okay, so they changed the name of the networks, but it was the same channel. So we all know the story of the Slayer. Only one can be born every generation. And honey, you correct me, you've seen this series so many times. Mm-hmm. So you help me out as we go. Here she is with she's got her crossbow. I wish she had her vampire stake with her. She called him Mr. Pointy.
Mm-hmm.
She called him Mr. Pointy, or with the Slayer's scythe. You know what she had in the last season? The big weapon she had that she killed the. Yeah. I wish she would have that weapon, but I'm sure we can find that stuff. I mean, I know there's a bunch more of the Buffy series. But this one here, of course, Sarah Michelle Gellar did a killer job as her. Honey, any notes you want to add?
Mm-mm.
No? Alright, so Sarah Michelle Gellar, Miss Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We will slide her on off here. Who you got for us next, baby? Oh. Xander. I don't know Xander's last name. I don't even know the guy's name who played him. I feel so bad. I know all of them. I don't know Xander's last name.
It was... Hold on.
She's checking, but... now this pop, well, he's not a valuable pop to most people, but my wife loves...
It was Nicholas Brandon.
Nicholas Brandon played Xander. Now this here...
Xander Harris.
Xander Harris. Thank you, baby.
I had to think for a second.
This one here, he's not a valuable pop. He's like $6. I know they have a chase variant of him where if y'all watch the series, he actually, he lost an eye. Remember when he lost the eye?
Yes.
Yeah, and he wore an eye. They actually made a chase variant where he has an eye patch. That's the variant of this one. The only difference is he has the eye patch on. He's only worth a couple bucks more, but I don't have him yet. So, Xander, he went through a lot. I mean, he was about a werewolf one time. Because he joined the series called The Pack.
That was in the first season.
Yeah, and then in one...
I think it was the third episode.
In one episode, him and Willow were doppelgangers, and they hooked up, and they were both vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of... He turned out to be pretty, excuse my language, he was a badass as the series went on. He turned out... Xander was comic relief, but in the end, he turned out to be a true hero. He was a really cool guy. Alright, baby, who we got next?
Willow.
Oh, we have Miss Willow Rosenberg, played by one of my most favorite redheaded actresses, Allison Hannigan. She started out as the timid girl, real quiet, refined, and then she went and got a taste for magic, and she turned into, I guess a magician is what
a dark witch.
A dark witch? She was very calm and cool through the show. I mean, she hooked up with, the guy Oz, played by Seth Green, which we'll get to him. And then she turned into the Dark Willow, which in the end of that season, she skinned the guy alive. She basically ripped all of his skin off. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was wicked for television.
That was one of my favorite episodes, actually.
That was a good episode. It wasn't Andrew. Who was it she skinned alive?
It was one of the three of the nerds
that
was trying to...
summon demons and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And she ended up skinning him alive because he actually killed Tara by accident. He shot and a stray bullet killed Tara. So Willow went from this, and then she turned into this. This is the Dark Willow. We had a good series with her. I like the Dark Willow because she just didn't care. She was just avenging her love of her life's death. And I just can't get that skinny scene out of my head. His skin just like, and it was gone. It was so good.
Her comments were better when she was bad too.
Yeah, but again, Willow.
Lord, no.
Yeah, that's when she was the doppelganger, when she was the vampire.
She was still bad though.
Yeah, she was bad. So we did see Miss Willow in a skin-tight leather suit as a vampire, and I was very impressed. She did very well going from the quiet, nerdy girl to the, I almost want to say the hot gothic chick. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she looked like.
But she was a witch.
Yeah, but she was a witch until she was a vampire. Then she was a vampire, and her and Xander, they were,
That was before she was a witch.
Yeah, that was before she was a witch, but that was from the episode Doppelgangers. We're gonna have to rewatch the series.
Okay.
Alright, so who we got coming next?
Giles.
Oh, Rupert Giles. Englishman. He was the Slayer's teacher. The Watcher, that's what he was. He was called the Watcher.
Yes.
He was Buffy's Watcher through the whole series. But he turned out to be a pretty formidable opponent too. He turned out to be pretty bad and bad rough guy there towards the end. He went through a lot. He found love. He lost love. He trained Buffy. Then he trained Faith.
Mm-hmm.
After there was a whole episode or series in the season, Buffy had died for a little while. And then, of course, in every generation, one Slayer is born. When that Slayer dies, another Slayer activates and takes her place. This series, Faith took her place. And Faith is just, we're going to get to Faith. But Rupert, he's just your basic, typical nerdy librarian guy. Tons of facts, but he was a member of the Watcher Society. And I believe, if I'm not correct, at one point, the Watcher Society got washed out, and he was one of the few left. They got wiped out. They got totally killed, and he was one of the only ones left.
I think there were 5 left.
Yeah, it was Rupert and I can't remember the other guy's name. The guy who ended up marrying.
Guy.
Yeah, he ended up marrying Allison Hannigan in real life, and they're still together. I know it sucks, but they're still together. They have kids and whatnot. I can't remember his name. Wesley.
Yes.
It was Wesley. And he was originally Faith's Watcher. But in real life, he fell in love with Allison Hannigan, and they ended up marrying and having kids. Alright, so who are we going to bring up next, baby?
Oz.
Oh, it's Oz. Oz is a cool dude. A lot of y'all know Oz, played by Seth Green. Seth Green, of course, did voices for Family Guy and well known for Robot Chicken. Yeah. And if you watch South Park, they do a lot of in-joking on Robot Chicken because of Seth Green. But in this series, him and Willow, that was like, they were first loves. He was like in a band. They hooked up. And they were together for a while. But as the series progressed, he got bit by a werewolf, and he ended up turning into a werewolf. Mm-hmm. So I remember him crossing over into the Angel universe, and he was, they were trying to help him because he had a girl with him. She was infected with the werewolf virus. Oz is a cool little dude. A lot of people don't know Seth Green. He's not a big guy. He's in the mid 5'5" range.
I think he's my height.
Yeah, he's not real tall.
I think he's 5'4".
He does some amazing voices, and he's been in a ton of movies. For me, I think he was probably one of my favorite, extras on the... Well, not really an extra, but co-stars. He was really good. All right, baby. You ready? Mm-hmm. Who are we bringing up next?
Faith.
Oh, my... Faith Lee Han, I think is how you say her name. She was the Slayer that was activated when Buffy died. And I believe it was the 4th or 5th season, Buffy died to save the world, and Faith was activated. The problem with Faith at the time was she didn't have a watcher, she had no training, and eventually she was a wild child. So she went rogue, and she ended up being one of Buffy's main antagonists throughout the series.
Yeah, they butted heads a lot.
Yep, and she was played by, what is her? Elijah Dushku.
Yep.
Played Faith. At one point, her and Buffy were bad girls going out having a good time together. Then she turned bad. She got killed, got brought back to life. She went to prison, escaped, and helped them save the world. And here we see her holding a crossbow. And if we bring them up here together here, let's bring our two Slayers around here together. So this is Buffy and Willow. They're both, for some reason, they're armed out with the crossbows. And both of them, I mean, they just look, they're so cool looking.
Everything's 5x5.
Yep, everything is 5x5 with them. So we're going to move on to our last one in my Buffy series. This one to me is, my wife loves this guy. And
Spike.
it is Spike. And of course we know Spike's story. He started out as a nobleman way back when.
He was a sissy before he was a
Yes,
vampire.
he was a sissy. And then he met Drusilla, who turned him into, basically, again with the language, the badass that he turned into. He was the only one, I believe he killed I know he killed one Slayer for sure in the 70s. For sure, I know he killed one Slayer.
Yeah, but he killed the principal's mom, and she was a Slayer. And then he became a principal.
Yeah, she was the one on the subway. That's the only one I
Right.
remember.
That's the only one that he killed.
Okay, so, but in the end, he ends up like Angel. He gets a soul back. And he
Yeah.
ends up falling in love with Buffy. And,
Well, first he has a military chip.
oh,
instead.
yeah, that he can't do anything. He can't bite anybody or do anything
Right.
evil. But then he turns around. He ends up in the last season. He's actually one of the big players. He saves the world. He actually closes the Hellmouth and redeems himself as a hero. And Buffy actually admits her love for him, which he doesn't believe. But it's there.
And then he shows up on Angel as a ghost.
Yeah, but then he goes corporeal, gets his body back, and Angel fights a dragon, and it's good. If you haven't watched them, Angel is a good continuance of Buffy. They both run neck and neck, but then Angel ran longer. I love the Angel series myself.
Yeah, Angel was better on Angel than he was on Buffy.
Yeah, he was a lot better, but then they just kind of ended the series for no reason. Angel said, "I'm gonna kill a dragon."
Because they defeated Wolfman the Heart.
Yeah, but then he said, "I'm gonna fight that or kill a dragon," and then it just stopped. We didn't see anything else. I mean, we had Angel, we had Spike, we had what was the chick's name with the purple hair? Remember, she started out the little skinny chick with the brown hair.
Melody?
No, she started out human, and then she turned into like the.
Darla?
No, I don't. We'll come back to that on another day. But this is our Buffy series that we have in our collection. Again, I say this is one of my wife's favorite collections. I enjoy doing this series for her. You know, like I said, we're going to change it up a little from the DC stuff. I'm going to jump around to some different stuff now. I'm enjoying doing the videos on the different stuff. Y'all need more information? Please leave a like for me. Comment. Please subscribe to the channel. There'll be more of these videos coming. Alright? Y'all have a groovy evening.